Previously on the last episode.
Basketball and even baseball. Even though in my country of Thailand, nobody watch it. They only know one team, okay, and that's New York Yankees. Right now, this is actually not okay because why only know Yankees?
Okay, this should be a lot better. So, hello and welcome to the second episode of I'll Talk About This, which is a series that I will discuss about a topic for each episode. And since I foreshadowed it in the last episode, this episode is about baseball. Hello, first of all, thank you for the comments and appreciation from the first episode. You make my day. And we have a theme song now. Now let's get to the topic, baseball. Now, for those who don't know baseball, you may ask, what is baseball? Baseball also, an American pastime, was invented in England in 1744, but popularized by Americans in 1950. Baseball definition of Wikipedia is, baseball is a bat and ball game played between two opposing teams, take turns batting and fielding. Too long, don't read. Basically, you could say that a guy throw a ball to another guy, that other guy tried to hit it. Done. I wish. I guess I have to do it myself, eh? Well, for those who already know the rules of the baseball, you can skip to this minute shown right here, or click the timestamp if that thing still exists. Okay, in baseball, the field looks like this. There's two zones, the infield and the outfield. And the infield has 4 bases, home plate, first base, second base, and third base. Now, each team has 9 players, the pitcher, the catcher, the first, second, third baseman, a shortstop, a left, right, and center fielder. Now, they often look like this, but if you're Houston Astro, it looks like this sometimes. The objective of the game is to score more runs than the opponent. How to score a run, you ask? You need to cross the home plate. And to cross the home plate, you need to get on base. To get on base, you need to hit. And to hit, the pitcher needs to throw the ball to you. Now we're here. Now, as a pitcher, you need to throw the ball to start the play. Now, there's a strike zone that the pitcher needs to throw to. Strike zone is an imaginary zone within the height of the batter's armpit and to the knee, and the width of the home plate. Now, if the pitcher throws a strike zone and the batter missed the ball or didn't swing at it, it's called a strike. However, if the ball is outside the zone, it's called a ball. Now, if there's 4 balls, then you get on first base for free.
And that's a great price.
But if the batter swing and miss any ball, it's also called a strike. 3 strike, and you're out.
Louise is set up outside. How about a 3-2 fastball?
3 outs and decide to switch on offense and defense. And when both sides have 3 outs, it's called an inning. The MLB and everywhere else in the world, they play for 9 innings. And like there is no crying in baseball, there are also no tying in baseball, in Major League at least. So at the end of 9 innings, and if the game is tied, they continue playing until there's an inning that the team has the lead. So things can go forever, like 15 innings, 19 innings, or 22 innings. Whew. We got the basic of the pitch. Now let's go for the hit, the part where everyone likes. Now the definition of a hit is when the ball was put in the fair area. Now the batter needs to run as fast as he can on the base. Now, the hit is when the ball drops on the ground. Before the ball drops on the ground, the defense have the way to put it out is to catch the ball mid-air. And that looks really cool sometimes.
Lines this one out towards straightaway center field, drifting out toward right center. Trout at the wall, leaps up, and he makes the catch!
Now, if the ball drops on the ground, the defense still have 2 chances of getting you out. First off is force out, by beating the ball to the basement before you reach that base. Usually is when you move from the batter's box to the first base, or when you move from the first base to second base and there's already a player hitting from the batter's box. Now there's another way called tag out, when you use the ball to tag you directly. Tag out automatically calls an out no matter what, but tag out is mandatory when the runner is moving, like when the runner from first goes to second and there's no one in between. Another common crazy rules may include first tag up when the batter hit a fly ball and the runner assumingly on any basis, want to wish to go forward, they need to tag up to the base first, then run forward. If the runner doesn't do so, oh, too bad. The defense can throw the ball to the baseman and now you're automatically out. Okay, so now we got the basic rule over. I'll explain the other rules in really fast motion. Double play, when the defense get 2 out in one play, any way, shape, or form. Triple play, when the defense get 3 outs in one play, which may look like a boss. Now there's something called a steal base, when the runner on base is decided to take the next base on a call ball strike on a wild pitch. If the runner successfully take the next base, it's called a steal. And if the runner gets tagged out, well, they are caught stealing. Anyway, wild pitch is when the ball goes out of catcher control, and really badly sometimes. Ground rule double, when the ball hit on the ground, they leave the ballpark in the fair area. When this happens, everyone proceeds 2 bases. And the most important of all, home run, which is when a hitter hit the ball out of the ballpark between 2 foul poles. And it looked really cool. Home runs is the most fun part of baseball in a lot of people's opinion. Speaking of which, I'll show you the fun part in baseball, starting from home run. Home run is really fun, seeing that the ball launches into the air and that it goes to the crowd who's really excited to catch one. Home run have many nicknames such as homer dingers and a lot of commentary.
Davis to left and will hit. Oh my! It's gone! Santa Maria!
In ballpark, if the home run team hit the home run, something really cool will happen. Like in Houston Astros Minute Maid Park, the train place, or in Milwaukee Brewer, there's a guy sliding down from a slide, or in Maryland Park when this thing plays. But to me, home run is really cool and all, but the next fun part is walk-off. Oh, what is walk-off, you may ask? Walk-off, when the home team score on the final inning to take the lead. Usually that's caused in the automatic win, which is really fun to watch. Walk-off is really tense a lot, and usually everyone is happy about it. The home crowd goes wild, the defense sat on the ground crying, and the players tossing Gatorades and seeds and a bunch of stuff. But walk-off alone is fun. Walk-off home run is really fun. Walk-off home run, usually the batter flip the bat, do a celebration, do a backflip, do whatever. They are so over it. They are really amazed. They're really happy. They're like, woo, it's all over. I win. And they flex on the opponent like never before. Grand Slam. Grand Slam is when you hit a home run which everyone is on base. Usually Grand Slam is really grand because it's really rare. And when you see one in life, it's really magnificent. And lastly, no-hitter / perfect game. Now, the no-hitter is when the pitcher gives the opposing team no hit at all. That's really nice. But usually no-hitter, the pitcher gives something else, like a walk or an error, usually made by their teammates. And then the pitcher's really angry, and sometimes they are. Really nice. And when the pitcher have no hits, no walk, no error, it's called a perfect game. Perfect game is really rare, but it's really magnificent. You see the smile on the pitcher's face. You see everyone rushing into the mound and hug him. Different from when you lost, everyone just walked away from the mound and the pitcher just stand there alone. When you do the no-hitter / a perfect game, everyone will run to you. Everyone will come to you in happiness. And you really feel happy you feel good about them. You'll smile even though if you were the opposing team, you start clapping because that's really cool. And that's what makes baseball fun to me, at least. Because all this achievement that a player can make is magnificent. So the question arose, why do I like baseball then? Aside from the reason I told above, it's not just that home run, the walk-off home run, all that stuff. It's not just that. It's the trickery as well. You see, baseball seems like a 1v1 honorable battle between the pitcher and the batter. But then, it's not just these two guys. The catcher, which is my personal favorite position, it needs to communicate with pitcher well for them to work together. That's why the term personal catcher was a thing. Some pitchers have the specific catcher catch for them every single time. And some catchers just really good at catching. They're just catching and framing the ball. The art of framing is what I love. The art of framing is when you try to make a ball a strike. And usually when it works, it feels so good. And usually they went unnoticed, went uncredited, and it's really fun to watch. Also, the trickery and the mind games of the manager and the tactics as well, like the shifting or the hidden ball trick, or the fact that they can bunt. The bunt is when you're trying to have a bat like this position and then you're trying to hit the ball just gently to fool the defense and then run as fast as you can to get to the first base. Baseball is not just a game about strength, it's also a game about trickery and things as well. So it's really fun, and that's what hooked me up in the really first place. So yeah. And lastly, after all this thing that I say, I really hope you give baseball a shot. It's really fun to watch. Even though it's long and sometimes it's boring for new players or new watcher, it's really, really fun. And when the big plays happen, I will tell you it all works all the way time in the world. Thank you. See you next time.